So you know me and my friends, we always taking a trip. Trips always make it out the group chat with her, right? So we decided to go to Phoenix, okay? So we get to Phoenix or whatever, and we taking our own good little time. You know, we had to hit the dispensary. We had to do all that shit first. So y'all know check-in be at 4. So by the time we got done lollygagging and shit, it was about, 6 o'clock. The sun was still up, okay? So we get there, right? I'm going to show y'all what the outside look like. I'm going to show y'all what the pictures and all that shit look like. Okay, so this what we expected. Y'all see that shit? I'm going to move my damn head, right? That's another little view. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be on some luxury shit. Look at that view. Just immaculate. So we get to the spot, y'all. We get in the inside. And we notice, like, pictures don't look the damn same. I go to the bag. I'm finna show y'all a picture of the pool. Now, who in the finna get in there? That one with the little one I just showed y'all. But who finna get in there? Do y'all see that? Okay, now let me give y'all the tea, okay? I want y'all ass to brace y'all. As we were unpacking the fucking car. No, I take that back. As we were packing the car back to leave, we got another sign that we should get the fuck on. Somebody go, hey, y'all, look. I know y'all ass can't see what the fuck this is right here. But I'm finna give y'all ass a video, a up close and personal ass video. The brother, the uncle, the auntie, the granddaddy, the stepmama, every pig you could think of was out there. And to give y'all the real tea, them was swimming in the pool. You think I'm finna go put my shit, my face in that fucking swine pool? Bitch, why the fuck something stupid always happening to me? Last year, motherfucker was staying in the Airbnb with us. This year, we go to Phoenix to swim with the pigs. Who don't want to swim with some nasty ass pigs and they babies? But yeah, I done got pissed off now. I'm going to have to make a part too.
Please be sure to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel.
So it seems like people are becoming more and more hesitant to book with Airbnb, mainly because of prices nowadays and extra fees. Quality sometimes being inconsistent can play a part also, not to mention customer service. People complain of customer service being hit or miss, renting spaces out, but not leaving the property or unit. People have reported hosts using the amenities while they're away. Also finding hidden cameras and all, y'all. Yeah, creepy. Just remember to always stay safe.
Hey, y'all, come with me to Atlanta. So basically the story was, when we got to the Airbnb, we seen this. And I just knew it was going to be some mess. Somebody had them broke into our Airbnb, y'all. We was stranded. We didn't have nowhere to go. They took the TVs. They took the mattresses. And they sat down and ate some food. Like, who sit down and eat in an Airbnb after you done stole something? The Airbnb was totally messed up. Oh, my goodness. We just couldn't believe what had just happened. So the people that own the Airbnb, they told us to call the cops and, just to leave there. So in the meantime, we had to find somewhere to go because we're not from Atlanta. We're from Alabama. So where do we possibly go? So we decided, we just going to go out to eat some food and stuff like that. And I had to contact Airbnb and they basically paid for us to stay in a hotel for the nights we supposed to be staying in this Airbnb. That was really nice because they didn't have to do that. And then y'all, guess what I seen? Roaches. I don't know whether a roach or a bug. I don't know, but I just seen that. So we went to the liquor store to ease our mind. We went to K-Pot. It was really good. This was my food. It was my first try trying this. It was something new. And these are my lovely sisters. And that's how the night ended.
We've been staying at this Airbnb and we've been hearing voices, different type of noises and like the vents and stuff. So I did some searching and look at how weird this is.
It's almost like a filter on a summer day.
It's just a random TV in this crawl space. No idea what to think about this.
When I heard about the whole being found, I was really confused about the whole thing. And I'm like, who is in
Okay, this is gonna be part 3 because the other video was over 5 minutes. Like, be for real, girl, that's too long. Boom. So I messaged the Airbnb because I'm like, all right, at this point we're fighting off raccoons, like we're about to leave, and I need to have proof that this is what's going on because I'm calling and nobody's answering. I already had sketchy vibes about this guy before we went, but I was just, you know, I need to go with my first mind. So whenever God tells you something, listen to him. So I messaged him. As you can see, it's 1:57 a.m. and this is after we've already been standing out there and I've already been calling multiple times. I don't know how to get that comment off, so it's going to block a little bit. But basically, I said the code doesn't work, and he responded immediately, which is weird because are you not, if I'm calling and you're not answering, how can you respond? Like, you're watching me call. So I told him the code doesn't work. He gives me a new code. He's like, oh, well, looks like something's wrong with the code. No, you changed it because the code you gave us was completely different. Like, if that was all that was wrong, it's just we was locked out for 30 minutes fighting off raccoons, but we got in and we was cool, I'd have been fine. I'd have let that slide. But as you know, that's not what happened. And as soon as we walk through the door, bro, it doesn't look like the pictures. It's dusty. It has an ant problem, which I guess that's regular in Florida. I've been to Miami multiple times. I've never had to fight off ants, like to the point where I can't put my bags on the ground because there's ants. So boom, we're calling around trying to find hotels. Like, we're sitting there, but we're like in one space. We're scared to even like put our stuff down or walk around this Airbnb. Like, it was so uncomfortable in there. So we go inside, and the first thing we smell is like mildew. It's dusty. It was very uncomfortable. It felt like we were in a basement with bugs. So I'm like, all right, at this point, they don't want us here because they changed the code. And it just felt weird. The vibe was off, and I felt very unsafe. So I'm like, we need to go. Like, we can't stay here. I'm not about to sleep here. I do have video footage, but you can't really see the ants I'm referring to because they're the small ants, but it's a lot of them. We got catfish so bad, y'all. In Florida right now, bro.
Show them the shower. I just looked at it.
Are we in prison? There's a picture of a waterfront condo, y'all. There's no water and no condo. It's raccoons. This gotta be a prank. We've been up for like 36 hours straight, bro. Like, pray for me.
This light don't even work.
Oh my God. It's a long video. I won't put that up here, but basically what ended up happening is we left. So we left and we went to another hotel, and that's the video that you guys see at this point is us outside the other hotel because we couldn't stay there either. And you guys are saying I'm being over dramatic and I'm acting childish in that video that you see. One, I am childish, but my followers know I'm very childish. Secondly, bro, listen to the line of events that happened. Mind you, at this point, we hadn't ate, we hadn't drank, we hadn't slept. Yes, I'm losing my shit. What? All right, my break about to be over, so I'm about to show y'all one more receipt, and then if y'all have further questions, I'll answer it. So as you can see, it's 5:38 a.m., and that's when we find somewhere else to stay. It was past 5 a.m. We had left there by like 2:30 a.m. though, but we were still looking. So by that time that I was settled and I like felt comfortable to like get on my phone and actually start doing stuff, because before we were just calling hotels, and it wasn't a money issue, it was an availability issue because it's 4 in the morning. Well, we were calling from like 3 in the morning to 4 in the morning till 5 in the morning. But at that point in time, everywhere in Miami's booked. Nobody has availability. Nobody's taking walk-in reservations. And we tried to get on Booking. We tried to get on Expedia, but we couldn't book it for right then and there. Like, we could book it for, like, let me give you an example. I could book something for today, the 16th, but I can't check in until 3 p.m. on the 16th. It's 4 a.m. on the 16th. That was the issue. Even though this didn't happen on the 16th, just, you know what I'm trying to say. Use your noodle. I don't want to have any liability if something else happens to this unit while we're gone because I'm supposed to be here. So I told him we're gone. And he basically sent me a message back as if I didn't just tell him we're checked out. Like, baby, I'm gone. I was there an hour and a half, max. And for half that time, we were locked out. So that's why I said I got scammed, because he won't give us our money back. He doesn't care. I reached out to Airbnb. They said because it was unrefundable at the time that we booked it, and because we got in after being locked out, because we walked in there, period, they won't give us our money back. They said they're going to leave it up to the host, and they reached out to the host, and he said no. So I'm about to show y'all the video on where we stayed. There was a really nice manager named Alejandro. We stayed at the Intercontinental Miami. If y'all could go to their Google page and give 5 stars for Alejandro. He was the best. Like, when I tell y'all, he literally saved us. He listened to our problems. We vented out, you know what I'm saying, what was going on. He gave us a great deal, because it was, I'm not even get into that because I don't know if he's supposed to do that, but he gave us a great deal. You can tell he cares about what he does. Let's shouts out to Alejandro. 5 in the morning. Wait, let's see if we get a room. Finally, y'all, we have a room. How we feeling in there, twin? 5:30 a.m. And we have somewhere to stay.
Yes.
Exactly why I don't take my ass to no Airbnbs no more. Come with me on the worst Airbnb experience of my life. So I get there. First of all, my little boo just touched down. So he decided to get an Airbnb. So I'm doing my rounds. I'm checking the place out. This is the Mercantile apartment, by the way, in Dallas, Texas, in downtown. So, I mean, it's pretty nice. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Like, you got the little art. It's real artsy down here in downtown Dallas. I love you right in the middle of everything. It's a great location. I can't deny that. So first of all, the key would not work to get in. We had to rely on the people that stayed in this apartment to even get up the elevator. And okay, it's looking pretty nice. I love the way it's styled. It smells pretty good in here. Mama's home. Wow. Yeah, it's a cool little, like, pad, you know? Oh, okay. That's not the bathroom, is it? No. Okay, now for the view. Yeah. So yeah, at this point, I'm like, oh, this is a cool little spot. And then I go to the bathroom, and I'm already overly picky. Y'all know, if you watch my videos, you know I'm already picky about the hotels that I stay in. So for me to pop up at an Airbnb and look at this bathtub, bro. Like, who you think about to stick their feet in this? And then I looked on the reviews and it said that the drain be getting clogged up. Bitch, you think I'm about to be dipping my toes in a pool full of dirt water? Okay, boom. We go downstairs and we like, okay, we gonna go get something to eat. So we pull up at this restaurant that's maybe like 2 blocks away. And I'm like, ooh, babe, you booked this all for me. Like, we had the restaurant to ourselves for real. So I was like, okay, I want to go back outside and shoot some content real quick. So I went outside to shoot this video and I saw this guy walking in. I didn't know who he was, but he was looking at me kind of funny. So I go back inside the restaurant. I didn't got my content or whatever. And I go over there and I see that this random man is talking to my little shit. Now, I'm not thinking too much of it because we at a bar. Like, that's what you do at a bar. You talk to other people. Y'all, tell me why that was our Airbnb host. How did you know we was here? What the hell?
She smelled gas, and I'm saying it smelled like food that's spoiled in here. Like, I smell food. And we pick up the food, and we thought it was the food. I basically begged you to go outside. I begged you to go outside.
Because I smelled it. Something still smelled. I was like, the
I
garbage is
begged her to go outside. I literally said, just go take it out because I don't want it to smell up the hall. I said, just go take it out. If you're not going to do it, I'm going to go do it. She left to go do it. I went to go take a shower.
One of us could have died.
And when I went to go take that fucking shower, all I heard was a big fucking boom. And the house caught on fire.
I was gonna wait, take a nap.
This is crazy.
I would have died in my motherfucking sleep and you would have died in the shower.
What the fuck, bro?
This is the host and the Airbnb we booked. Pause to read. I had to write a review to warn other people. This all happened in August 22nd, 2025. Fast forward to October 11th, 2 months later. I get a text from the host requesting a refund for damages the fire caused. I could have lost my life.
Bro.
Yeah? Excuse me. Yeah.
You're the people that I let the house to, right?
Yeah.
You're here on holiday?
Yeah, who are you?
Well, I own the house. I'm Richard.
What are you doing?
No.
What then, mate? Yeah, is that a
I was thinking about going and having a shower now.
Where's your trousers? Where's your trousers?
If it's not inconvenient right now, I'd like to use the bathroom.
Excuse me, mate. We've rented this house from you.
No. Yeah. Well, any problems?
No, there's no problems, mate. Just like
with the house.
Well, yeah, I'm happy with the house, but like, what are you doing here?
I live here. I look.
Okay, but like, what are you doing, mate? Where's my privacy?
No. Well, if you remember correctly, I said it's 3-bedroom house, 2 receptions, kitchen, bathroom. That's what you got. That's what you're renting.
Okay.
I'm locking myself away here. I'm not going to get under your feet. But you might have noticed, actually, that because I bring all my plates out off the dock, use the kitchen. But
so hold a minute, yeah. Whilst we're sleeping, yeah, you're going out in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, I've got to put my dirty plates out there.
What are you just in a jail in there?
You look. Sorry,
And where's your clothes gone? Where's your clothes?
They're in the washing machine. Put the stuff in the washing machine. I hope you don't mind. But
But it's a bit weird. What's happening? What's happening here?
Look, this should be no problem. I'm not going to interfere with you.
But you're interfering with me now.
No. This is unfortunate. I do all this at night, and you might have noticed after midnight. There might be a bit of creaking on the stairs because it's me using the toilet. I was just sitting in there and I think they're out.
You want to shout? Well, yeah, but I'm not out. Yeah, everyone else is gone. I'm here.
Well,
So hold a minute, yeah. So like, what are we renting the house for then? You're still here.
No, you've got the use of the house. You've got the house.
But like, you're there in like your little lair.
You've got the kitchen. Oh yes.
What do you mean, yeah?
Absolutely.
What do you mean, absolutely?
This is my little dungeon. I call it my dungeon. Listen.
Help me. I'm finally ready to tell the story of the most nightmare place I've ever stayed in my entire life. This was the most horrific, disgusting, moldy, filthy place I've ever been. I was on a road trip with my mom. It was super last minute and we did not make any sleeping reservations for the entire trip. We were just doing it like night by night. But there was one night where everywhere was so booked up. Even the Motel 6 was $350. So we ended up using this app called HipCamp. It's kind of like Airbnb, but it's for camping. People can rent out like space on their farm or on their property and you can set up camp, but sometimes they have like cabins or glamping. So we find this hip camp. It was kind of nearby. It had 100% good reviews. There were only like 10 reviews though. It was basically on an old horse camp, like a summer sleepaway camp. So I guess the camp wasn't going on anymore, but they were renting out the bunks, like the cabins for people to stay in. I've gone to summer camp many years. My mom's worked at a summer camp. We thought it would be fun. So we book it. Now after booking it, my mom was kind of messaging back and forth with the host. The host said like, oh, well, there's a lot of different mattresses. You'll have to test which one you like. My mom said, are there clean sheets on it? And she said, I'll put one on. The only instructions we got were that it was like behind the house next to like a red dumpster. We get there at like 10 o'clock. It was pitch black. We could not see anything and we couldn't figure out like where we were supposed to go. There was a big house and then a driveway and it just went into the woods, like pitch black, literally in the woods. And it was so narrow that we didn't know if we could get the car through. I get out with my flashlight and I start walking up the road to see what's there. And it is creepy. I keep walking and then I see two bunks. Look at that fucking red glow. Look at the red glow. That's real. That's where we're supposed to sleep.
Oh, this is so fucking creepy. Absolutely not.
Do you see the cabin?
Absolutely fuck. So you can take us up to the room? Oh god.
Oh yeah, we heard a guy screaming like in the woods too.
Yeah. No. Ew, it smells like piss. Look at the dust. You know what? What is that? Ew! What?
The fact that this is real.
That's shit. Emily, look. It's so disgusting and scary. You're gonna be
look at the dirt.
So I don't have to. This is the year 3-4.
Needless to say, we ended up sleeping in the car. The next morning, I woke up and took some videos of the other cabin. By the way, I think this was the bunk we were supposed to sleep in because there was a red, clean sheet on the top mattress of the pile of like 10 mattresses. See that clean sheet on top? On the mold? Look at this. Decaying blanket. The smell, guys. I can't tell you. Moldy, smelly couch. So in the morning, we get a text from the woman that's like, so here's how you're gonna get to the site. Why did she not text us the night that we were staying there? Like, we already figured it out. My mom was pissed, so we go to drive. There's like a house where the host lives on like the horse camp. We drive down to the house and stop because she wanted to go talk to the host. There's a little boy that is sitting on the porch playing with a toy. Creepy, creepy. And he's like, yeah, playing with a toy. He just looks at us and we look at him. And I said, excuse me, is your mom so-and-so? Like Jane. And he's like, no, I was Betty. And I was like, oh, well, is Jane home? And he's like, yeah, she's home. I'll go get her. So he runs inside, comes out about a minute later and says, she's not home. Really? Really? You just said she was. But what are we gonna do? It's a little boy. So we said, okay, and we left. I left the longest review on this place. Like, no pictures, no reviews show, like, the pile of, like, pubic hair. Like, what? Like, the mold, the filth? Like, what?
You should never stay in an Airbnb as a young girl. I have never felt more uncomfortable in my whole life. I just came back yesterday from celebrating my 17th birthday in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Lots of my friends and I flew together, so we all decided to stay in an Airbnb together. Our check-in was at 11. We got there. They said, wait another hour and a half. So we went, got lunch, came back, waited another 30 minutes outside in the hot Florida weather. But whatever, that wasn't a huge deal. We got in the house. There were a few mishaps as the toilet leaking, the hot tub we paid for not working. I got trapped in the bathroom for 30 minutes because the door was broken. And it happened to multiple of my guests that were trying to use that bathroom. Everybody in the house had to try to open the door to get me out. But that's just a few mishaps. No house is perfect. I'm not going to leave a horrible review because a couple of the things in the house went wrong. Here's where it gets severely uncomfortable, Airbnb. My friends and I, mind you, I have a few friends younger than me and I am 17. We are in our swimming in the pool the whole day. At night was when my mom and my best friend's mom realized that the pool was turned on and off in the pool house, which was overlooking the pool. And my boyfriend had apparently said to my mom, were you banging on the window? And my mom was like, no. But we thought nothing of it because of course there would be nobody stalking us in the Airbnb that we rented. Oh babe, you thought wrong. When I tell you I have screenshot proof of us texting the manager of the Airbnb, is there somebody on the property? And he did not deny it. Here it is. I'm sorry, what? And we never saw these people, so we don't know if it was a girl. It could have been two men. And basically what he said was, oh, if there's somebody on the property, it's two 20-year-old girls. And then he said, oh, it's a 20-year-old girl and her mom. In the beginning of the trip, he did say, oh, can the owner park their car there? They have somewhere to stay. Their friends are picking us up. Of course, we said. The car would be there sometimes and it wouldn't be there. So we were kind of like, what the heck? The car was unlocked. The lights were off. Car pulling in and out of the house. Then in that text also, which I have screenshot proof of, there was a review that was left after we had already booked the Airbnb. 2 weeks prior to our situation. Do not, I repeat, do not rent this place unless you are okay with someone staying in the building in the backyard for your entire stay and coming into your home and showering while you were gone. And they said the exact same thing, that the owner would leave the vehicle in the driveway, coughing and lights coming in the building of all hours all night and day. We physically saw a woman moving furniture into the house. But guys, it just gets weirder. You know, the pool house isn't really on the property. Even though they are coming into the property, that's weird enough. We then heard voices that weren't ours coming from downstairs, and sure enough, there was a garage with ventilation holes in it. There were more ventilation holes in the door, but I didn't get a picture of that. So they never denied that there weren't people in the house. Now they won't tell us where they are. And they're coming in while we're not there. They told us that their security system was broken, and it wasn't. It was just disabled. They were disabling it whenever we left and monitoring whenever we left the home so then they could come in and shower while all of our stuff was out. We don't know if these are girls. What if it's a man? Okay, and it just gets better. You would think Airbnb would fix this? Oh, honey, you were wrong. They gave us 2 hotel rooms for the bunch of people that were staying with us for 2 nights. And we had to pay for the nights that we didn't stay. We did not get a full refund, by the way. We only got $900 back. I don't know how Airbnb doesn't see a problem with random people staying in the house that other people are staying in. We don't know where they are. They could be tampering with our stuff. And there's young girls at the house. When I tell you, the boys that were staying with us, thank God were so nice and stayed up all night to make sure that we were okay. That was not how I wanted to celebrate my birthday at all. So Airbnb, thank you so much for scaring all of our kids. I don't know how you approved this house to be on the listing. I really don't think if that's the situation that we should be paying for anything. Anyone that says you should have checked the reviews before you went, we had already had it booked before this review came in, but we had no idea. Because trust me, if my mom knew, we would have been nowhere near that house. Yes, getting a refund would be awesome. Honestly, that's the least I'm asking for. I would just like to spread awareness because this is not okay. I don't want anybody else to feel the way I felt and my friends felt. This is the Airbnb. Don't stay at it. It's at 741 Tyler Street, unless you want to be stalked and very uncomfortable. And it's in Hollywood, Florida. And to the owner of that house, have a fun time trying to get your Airbnb booked.
My Airbnb horror story that almost left me homeless in New York City at 18 years old. And if you're the host of that Airbnb and you're watching this, I should have fucked your shit up. Before I start the story, I want to get two things out of the way. Number one is that it's thanks to God that I did not end up sleeping on a park bench last night. And number two, my dad is slightly homophobic. And my mother, our relationship is in God's hands. So that's the reason I didn't resort to calling them, if you're wondering why. Now, this is a long story, so get your snacks and fall back while you follow with me on how I almost became homeless. If you've been following me for a while, you know I go to Columbia University. So I had to move out of my college dorm on one day, but I have like a month break before my summer internship starts. So I was looking for Airbnb to cover that month's time. So I paid $1,500 for Airbnb. Thank God I was able to afford that thanks to my business, social media, and my part-time job. The Airbnb I found was giving nice and affordable. It was cute. It was in Manhattan, which is close to my part-time job, and I'm familiar with the area because I go to Columbia. And it just really hit everything I was kind of looking for at a nice price budget. Now, one thing I do want to go ahead and disclose is the host had disclosed that she was a lawyer. Keep that in the back of your head as I tell this story. Now, the Airbnb was booked 2-3 weeks before move-out day. On move-out day, I'm waiting for my movers to come get my packages from Columbia. So I text the host and I'm like, I should be there in 1 to 2 hours. She texts me back. She's like, okay, that's fine. Just let me know when you're on the way. So the movers come get my stuff. I'm in the lift on the way there and I'm like, hey, I'm on the way. Should be there in 30 minutes. She's like, okay, cool. Can you just reread the house rules and confirm that everything is okay? So I'm reading the rules again and I'm just like, oh, okay. I noticed two things that caught me off guard. One is that there's a no shoe policy. I don't know about y'all, but I'm very uncomfortable wearing my socks or just like bare feet in somebody else's house. It's just kind of different for me. And then number two, she said we have a no trace left behind policy. So she was like, if you cook something, make sure you go ahead and wash the dishes. Don't leave any dishes in the sink at any point. That's a violation. In my house, we typically would do something like put the dishes in the sink and at the end of the day, somebody just washes all the dishes for the day, unless it just really gets piled up. She was like, if you cook, make sure you also sweep, wipe everything down, this, and this. But I'm thinking, okay, if you having this no trace left behind policy, no shoe policy, I'm thinking it's going to be really fucking clean. Boy, was I wrong. I keep these two in the back of my mind. The only one I end up telling her about is the no shoe policy. Because I was like, I know I'm going to forget that. So I tell her and I'm like, hey, I'm just foreign to this no shoe policy. Just want to give you a heads up. If I happen to wear shoes, I'll gladly take them off. Just let me know. And she was like, yeah, if it comes up, I'll definitely raise the issue or whatever. But I'm looking forward to hosting you. Everything should go good. Now, when I get to the Airbnb, I'm carrying my luggage, and she offers to carry my heaviest luggage. So I'm thinking, oh, this is so nice. I'm excited to get up in the apartment. I get up in the apartment. The room does not really look like the pictures. I'm like, oh, hell no. So I'm over here stressed out because keep in mind, I was so distraught by seeing the roach, I didn't even record it. And they're talking about we need documentation. So I go in the kitchen, and I'm about to start like something else to eat. I probably shouldn't use a pot. You know, a roach probably been crawling on that pot. So I was like, let me just put some in the microwave. You know how in a nice apartment or house or whatever, you'll have like a microwave that's attached to a cabinet, and then you'll have a stove, and then there's like a little backdrop between the stove and the microwave. I look on the backdrop, bitch, I see another fucking roach. At this point, I'm pissed the fuck off because I really want to go cuss that bitch out because why the can't resolve roaches overnight? What you gonna do, bomb the house and tell us to leave or something? Nah. At this point, it's 2 a.m. I start packing up my groceries that I had ordered and things like that. As I'm packing up my groceries, I see a third roach. And in my mind, I'm like, this is the third roach I didn't see in 8 hours. Keep in mind, the house was never dark. I had lights on in the house. There was another roommate who had lights on. People is walking around. If you got roaches coming out when people is around walking, I can't imagine how many roaches from to come out when it's dark. So I'm like, nah, we gotta get the fuck up out of here quickly. So I'm packing my stuff up and getting ready to go. I got my homegirl still on the phone. She over here looking for hotel rooms for me. Now, where I'm from, a hotel room costing you $1 to $150. So a bitch is on a very low budget. 15 business days is 3 weeks. What the fuck? I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. Thank you for hearing my story today and stop booking with Airbnb.
Love you, sis, but no. And so she was like, well, since y'all told on me and y'all about to go, y'all can go sit on the street. Y'all, we were sitting outside on the street with all of our luggage, waiting to get picked up to go to our new Airbnb.
Who house we stayed at, but it was very interesting. So this is really the part that gets me. I found a damn hidden camera in plain sight. This lady had a camera in the kitchen sitting on top of the deep fryer. The damn deep fryer still had grease in it and fucking fried chicken crumbs. I mean, I'm like, that's why I feel like somebody damn lived there and they just up and fucking moved the fuck out. And they decided to rent this damn house out on Airbnb. But, you know,